I am Beardmohbox, and this week we're looking at the top 5 most interesting offenses. Obviously, with the word interesting, we have a lot of ways this could go. It will be interesting to see what the Lions look like without Calvin Johnson. Despite not changing much, teams like the Falcons and Jaguars are still going to be interesting, but what I'm going for is interesting in the sense of the unknown. This week I'll also add some honorary mentions after the top 5, and I've gone for teams that have a good number of new faces, because with those teams we don't know what exactly to expect, and that's interesting. Number 5, the Cleveland Browns. This one is full of mystery. New players and a new scheme, we really don't know what to expect. Can Hugh Jackson turn the Browns offense into something similar to what he had running in Cincinnati? Can RG3 rebound under Jackson, who got the best out of Dalton last year? Will Josh Gordon be reinstated this year? And whether he is or not, how will Corey Coleman fare? Jackson had a good thing going with Jeremy Hill and Giovanni Bernard at the Bengals, and Isaiah Crowell and Duke Johnson mirror the style of those two players quite well. Without saying anything against the Browns, I wouldn't say right now this offense is exciting, but it's definitely interesting. Number 4, the Minnesota Vikings. And no, I don't have the Vikings here because of Moritz Böhringer. He does make it interesting, but in a different way. The interesting thing about the Vikings offense is the youth at receiver. Stephon Diggs and Laquan Treadwell together offer the best of both worlds, speed and possession. The two should be good enough as starters, but I still expect the Vikings to bring in a veteran, and Anquan Boldin would be a good fit. Another thing to look out for is whether Teddy Bridgewater can really turn it up this year. He did play really well last year, but it still wasn't good enough. This team might have everything right now to win it all, but Bridgewater needs to do more. Adrian Peterson could run the ball against 9 in the box all day, but you can only really win it all when he doesn't have to. Number 3, the Los Angeles Rams. This one's obvious, right? Forget for a second that they have the first overall pick at quarterback. The important thing is they have someone at quarterback who's actually able to move the ball, and that opens everything up for Todd Gurley. Come on, 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns in 12 starts. Just imagine what he can do in a full season, especially when the passing game starts rolling. Now you can remember that they have Jared Goff at quarterback, and I'm still not that hot on these two QBs as being worth giving up 1.5 drafts for, but he definitely should be better than what the Rams had under center last year. Like I said, interesting. Regardless of what happens, watching the number 1 overall pick lead an offense is always interesting. Number 2, the Tennessee Titans. Plenty of reasons why the Titans are at number 2, and I kind of have them tied for number 1, but that's not how this works. Marcus Mariota showed big promise last year, and we should see much more in a full season from him. But I'm not just hoping he doesn't get injured. The Titans used this offseason to better protect their franchise quarterback, solidifying their offensive line and bringing in 2 big running backs, not just to get their running game jump started, but also to better protect Mariota. I like the Titans receivers, but they do need to step up, and it will be interesting to see if they can, but I'm most intrigued by the running game. Can DeMarco Murray reclaim form, and can Derrick Henry pound the rock like he did in college? At number 1, the most interesting team on offense going into this season, the Houston Texans. The Texans just missed out on being in my top 5 teams to use in Madden 17, but their offense might just be the most interesting this season. They have a good offensive line and one of, if not the best receiver in the NFL, but apart from that, pretty much all other faces are new. They of course signed Brock Osweiler to be their guy in free agency, as well as bringing in Lamar Miller from the Dolphins. Having both a big-name free agent at quarterback and running back is already enough, but the rookie receivers brought in to help DeAndre Hopkins puts them here at number 1. I don't actually think Will Fuller has what it takes to be a legit number 2 receiver, but his speed does add another dimension to the offense. Braxton Miller over time may turn out to be a real good pick. Alright, so that was the top 5, but before I finish I want to do some quick-fire honorable mentions. The Raiders because of their fierce new offensive line, the Bears because of the running back situation and Kevin White finally hitting the field, the Panthers because Kelvin Benjamin comes back and just think how good they were without him, the Ravens with Rashad Perriman, Keenan Reynolds and the possible resurgence of Trent Richardson, and the Seahawks because of their mess at O-line and their first real season without beast mode, and finally the Broncos and Jets because of their potential quarterback messes. That finishes it. Other teams I didn't mention likely is because they were good already and will be good again, even if they have new players, or because they have pretty much all the same starters, and they may improve significantly, but there's no reason to expect that at this point in the season. Next week I'll be looking at the top 5 most interesting defenses.
Oh my god, play!
Hey, you made it to the end of the video! If you haven't seen the previous video yet, you can do that by clicking here. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, you can do that by clicking here and subscribing. New videos every Friday and Sunday, and sometimes Wednesdays too.